Alrighty, Kukuru. I like that so much. I should have said that yesterday. Gosh, I'm like sitting here struggling. All right. Hey, we are here at the 2018 NECUSO Network in a lovely place called Disneyland, where I just found out you, Nick Kukuru from MasterCard, worked a little while ago.
I was a cast member as part of the Walt Disney Company.
That's so cool. That's so cool.
Tremendous experience.
I bet.
Yeah, some of my best work in data analytics exists right here in Parks
Right here, all right. Very cool. Hey, so we're talking about, before we get into what you're going to be presenting today, how's the conference going for you? I mean, you did a great job on the panel yesterday, so that was awesome.
Oh, thank you. Actually, the conference has been really good. Some great people I've met. This is my first conference here.
Oh, okay.
So I got to tell you, the networking between last night, this morning, and of course we had David Robinson that gave us a great keynote speech.
Yep.
So it was definitely a very enjoyable experience thus far. And if you haven't come, you need to come.
You heard it here. You heard it here. All right, and you're going to be presenting again today. You're a busy man here this year. You're going to be talking about building a sustainable cyber defense program. So this is very, I tell you, almost 10 out of 10 credit union CEOs that I talk to and say, I ask them, what keeps you awake at night? Cybersecurity. So I'm glad you're here. Fill us in, sir.
Yeah, well, you know, the nice part is what people really don't realize about MasterCard is we actually have an entire advisory division.
Oh.
And that advisory division is where I sit. And one of those things that we do is we're trying to help our customers, our issuers, our merchants, and people who ever listen to us talk about how to secure their network, their data, and everything, because that's what we do. Every day, 365, 7 days a week. Right? We do that for 2 billion cars worldwide. So we're like, can't we take some of that knowledge and impart it with some of our best partners?
Right.
Yeah.
So what are a couple of key takeaways that your audience will receive today, without stealing any of your thunder?
No, it's okay.
Just a teaser.
You know, the biggest thing is what people don't really, from a credit union perspective, is just understanding that, hey, they're a main target now. No, most of the people have gone after the big banks, right, and less of the major regions. Now the hackers and the people are actually starting to focus on small to medium institutions, and that puts credit unions square in their sights.
Oh, no doubt.
You know, and for that perspective, you know, it's like 61% now that we saw last year are in that small to medium place. And if people walk away from this, I want to know 2 things about those attacks. They're phishing attacks, simple emails, and also, you know, it's basically how you're working with your vendors. And in this particular industry, you work with your vendors a lot and your third-party folks. Those are the 2 places that they're actually coming after.
Gotcha.
So again, if guys walk away, it's like we really got to get into 2 main areas in our world: phishing and how we make sure that our vendors and their systems are secured, and how we're making sure that we know that they're secure.
How does a credit union know that their vendors are secure? I mean, obviously, that rather than asking them, are you guys secure? Yeah, sure we are. Well, what does that mean?
It's the same questions that you're going to ask yourself, right? So you should be asking your vendors the simple questions of, okay, so how are we taking care of the network, our connections? What do we do? You know, we should be asking, so what are you doing with our data? Are you guys segmenting it into privacy? Are you segmenting it into personal identifiable? Are you putting it into PII, PCI, etc.? How are you guys taking care of that? What type of encryption or cryptography are you using for us?
Okay.
You know, how are you making sure that the people who are logging in are actually those people? Because that's actually one of the ways that most of the people don't understand is, I want a valid credential. So that credential will look very good for a particular person on the other side of the vendor, the third-party person. Maybe it's not. Are you monitoring? Are you seeing what my people are doing every day, building out those profiles? So if it does something different, that would be, you know, I should be alerted.
Right.
How are you guys doing this? The same questions you ask yourself, you should be asking your vendors.
Oh my gosh, we can go in like a million directions here. Obviously it's important today, but from your perspective, what is the importance message? What's the customer benefit message here?
Well, the biggest thing is if you're going to go after a cyber program, and all credit unions have to, it's the ability to make it simple. Don't make it complex. You know, just the ability to say, okay, I've broken it down to what I need to be able to report to the board, report to our members, and you know, even report to just the management team. Just keep it simple. Don't overcomplicate it. You know, in many cases I tell them, hey, just use the NHTSA cybersecurity framework as a place to start. It's easy to understand. You can communicate it right at the board level down to the management level with real words that people, you know, it's intuitive to an extent when you read it to understand it, versus some of the other ones that are out there. But realize that that's only the starting point. So if you want to be certified, you are going to get a little bit more complex with it. But again, keep that simple as it needs to be. You don't have to have a cybersecurity team of 200. You may only need 2 or 3.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So don't overcomplicate things.
Okay, because I think, yeah, that could be like a big hurdle for a credit. He's like, oh my gosh, I need a whole army of people to like handle this stuff. But it sounds like
no,
it's quite the contrary.
You know, and the other part that's interesting is many of the things that the credit unions have, they have the tools to do some of the work themselves. Make the technology work for them.
Yeah.
So I've looked at a lot of things like monitoring. You know, I always tell people monitoring is probably one of the biggest things that people don't do. Mm-hmm. They don't monitor the users themselves and the IDs, but your systems do that.
Yeah.
Now you got to take one step back and say, how do I get that system to create that particular, well, I'll say, persona for my different user types? You know, when they come in 9 to 5. You know, are the tellers always coming in 8:30 to, let's say, 5:30 when they leave? All of a sudden I see a teller ID comes in at 7:30 and starts to look around. That's what you want to monitor for, and your systems do that.
Yeah.
So you already have the tools in place in many cases.
Yeah.
It's just use them, right? And it's one of those things that when you sit down with these guys, you're like, okay, let's take a look at this technology you have, and say, yeah, you got that. Or, you know what? You need to augment that. So you don't think it's 7, 8 figures. You're down to maybe a 5-figure investment.
Which is more doable for especially the smaller shops.
As long as you keep it simple.
Yep, indeed. So what's coming down the turnpike here in 2018? What do we need to look out for? Obviously, it's, you know, this is always on people's radar. It's number one concern for a lot of folks. So what do we need to look out for the rest of the year?
You know, the big thing is education. It's probably one thing I always tell folks. You want people to So as you look at 2018, especially in cybersecurity, start working on some of these internal programs. You know, even report out some of the metrics. Tell your people, hey, how many times were we attacked? So now it becomes top of mind. Hey, we fought on X number of attacks this time, this month. You know, tell them, hey, this is how many phishing emails or percent, so people understand, hey, phishing email, especially if they're in accounts payable. Because in accounts payable, someone's like, hey, I got this invoice, can you help me with? Someone clicks on it because they want to be helpful. That's your job, to be helpful. And all of a sudden, that was a phishing expedition. So keep them aware. Tell them, hey, we found this many phishing expeditions. You know, the awareness as you look at 2018 is a big part of it. Other part is review what you did in February of 2018 when you had to create that cyber program. Begin to prepare to review that and go through it and say, okay, what do you need to improve? What questions did the board ask the president? What questions does the president, ask the management team that we didn't have accounted for in the program? So again, make it sustainable, make it repeatable, but don't make it overwhelming. So for me, it's like, sit back, it's like you're going to probably have 2 more meetings around your cyber program by the end of the year. Once you have at least 2 more education programs that you got to put out there for the whole organization to do. And continue, and also start asking your vendors the questions about how you guys are securing our data. And even ask yourself, how are we securing that data? Are we taking care of logs? Are we not taking care of logs? So those are the things that you start to work through the year that we should be looking forward to.
Right on. Great message to end on. Nick, thank you so much.
My pleasure.
Well,
thank you.
Oh my gosh, you're a busy guy,
yep.
Popular guy, so keep up the good work.
Hopefully see everyone here.
You got it. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Yay.
We're okay?
Yeah. Excelente.